نعم. نحمد ونصلي على رسول الكريم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Now, which topic we are
أمور تتعلق بخبر إن.
doing?
The
Is it after an? Okay.
it is the rules related
I got it.
to khabar of inna.
Just after anna that we discussed.
Okay.
Yeah.
So as we said that the khabar after inna, that inna is mubtada and then you have its khabar, right? So we say in its khabar, the first thing is that you can add a lam, that is lamu tawkid, right?
Okay.
For example, if you see in these words here, we added
Inna
this lam,
Allah.
right? In the khabar, this lam was added. Okay.
Okay.
Inna is the khabar, right? And then in its mubtada, and then its khabar, this lam was added. This is lamu tawkid. It is lam
Okay.
maftuh. Okay, it is lam with a fatha on it. Okay,
Why are we adding the lam?
to show tawkid, emphasis.
But inna already shows emphasis, right? Then why are we adding lam?
Yeah, you're adding it to show more emphasis. So this is the
Oh,
beauty of the language. You already are
so
showing emphasis here, but to
here
add the
we
emphasis of it, you are adding a lam to it.
okay.
To
So if we
add the
translate
emphasis of it.
dina lawaki, so verily and indeed, right? These are the two emphases.
Verily and indeed, surely and certainly, whatever the case. Of course, when you're translating it, you won't translate both. You'll just add surely. Deen is waqi, is, I don't know the meaning of waqi in English, but in Urdu it's also waqi. So it's basically when you read it, that's when you'll know, or when you see it, that's when you'll know that there are two tawkid here. That's this the first taqid, this is the second taqid. So you'll know there is a double emphasis on it. That's how you'll know. But when you're translating, you'll only put one. So if you put certainly, then you'll only put certainly. If you put surely, it will always be surely. You won't put both
Okay.
of them.
So this translation is wrong.
What is the translation?
Verily, the doom of your Lord will indeed come to pass. How did doom come? It should be deen, right?
Yeah, it's deen.
And verily and indeed. So there are two. So we have to put any
They're
one.
just
Or,
showing you that that's how it is. That they're giving you the direct translation.
okay, fine. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So you have here again inna, and then you have la. Inna shirka la zulmun azim.
Shirka ladulmun adim. False worship is indeed the highest wrongdoing.
Okay.
Yeah. The shirk is the
That again
shirk
is
is
a wrong translation.
that's what.
Shirk here is a fail.
Well,
Okay.
okay.
It has nothing to do with fa'il or maf'ul. It's a fail. It's a verb. It doesn't show who
Mm-hmm.
is the doer of the verb. It's just showing that it's a verb. Okay. Okay. Inna batasha rabbika la shadid. Again you have inna and then you have la.
La.
Okay. So what we're seeing is that in mubtada, the first thing that is coming is inna, and then in khabar, la is coming. Okay. So it shows the emphasis on. All right. In other
Yeah.
words, it shows double emphasis.
Double emphasis. Okay.
Okay. And then we noticed that the khabar of
It's
inna,
happening only in khabar, right?
as we discussed, that you can't interchange them, that you can't have a khabar muqaddam and you can't have mubtada muakhar. It's not interchangeable, so it will always come in this form.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
right? And then we're saying that khabar of inna can also be in shibhul jumla. Okay. Okay. That the khabar, this is the khabar, right? Of inna, the mubtada is inna, but the khabar can also be a shibhul jumla, right? Like lafi na'im is a shibhul jumla, right?
Right?
I didn't hear you, brother.
Lafi Naeem is Shibhu Jumla, right?
Yeah.
Lafi Naeem. Illa.
Okay. Okay. So you start with inna, and then of course the word coming after inna has to be mansoob, all right? And then after
Yeah.
the word coming after, that is mansoob, you have a shibhu jumla.
Jumla. Yeah.
This is the khabar. Okay. So in other words, the khabar can also be a shibhu jumla.
Okay. So
Okay.
Lafi Khusr is the khabar, right? Lafi Naeem, Lafi Khusr.
Yes, lafi khusr is the khabar, and then the word coming after inna is mansoob.
Insana.
Okay.
Innal arda, innal insana, illal abrara. Yeah.
Okay. Innal arda, this is mansoob. Lillahi is, what is lillahi?
And it is khabar.
Huh?
It is Shibhu Jumla, right?
It is shibu jumla and it is the khabar.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Then we will learn that inna can be two types of jumla, right? It can be jumlatul fi'liya as well as jumlatul ismiya, right?
Nominal or
Huh?
nominal or verbal, right?
Yes. Right? Okay.
Yeah.
So far what we saw was mostly jumlatul ismiya.
Jumlatul Ismiya. Oh, yeah.
Mostly it was jumlatul ismiya. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So now we're saying that it can also be, it can be jumlatul ismiya, but it can also be jumlatul fi'liya.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We're not talking about the mubtada. What we're talking about is the khabar.
Khabar.
Okay.
Yeah.
So for example, if you see this first sentence here, Inna Allaha yaghfiru adh-dhunuba jami'an.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So inna, and then what is coming is mansoob. Allah is mansoob. Okay. This
Zunuba
is
khabar.
yaghfiru is a fi'l.
Fi'l, yeah.
Okay. So making this khabar jumlatul fi'liya.
Because there is a fi'l, so this whole sentence becomes jumlatul fi'liya, right?
No. The sentence is starting with inna.
Yeah.
Okay. And then Allah.
Yeah.
Okay. This is its mubtada. This where I've drawn the line. This is where the mubtada ends and the khabar starts. This is mubtada and this is khabar. All right. We
Yeah.
are talking about the khabar being jumlatul fi'liya, not the
Yeah.
entire sentence. We're only
Yes,
talking
only.
about the khabar.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So this khabar is jumlatul fi'liya. This khabar here. Why?
Yeah.
Because it starts with a fi'l.
Fi'l. Okay. Yeah. The khabar starts with a fi'l.
Right?
In other words, the khabar started with the ism, right?
Exactly. As we saw
Okay.
above, the others in the others, the khabar started with ism, right?
Yeah.
Lafi, Na'im, that is not If you see these ones here, alamtu anna Allah. Okay, this is also this is fi'l. نجحت it's fi'l. This one, if you
The
see,
Sami'atu anna Zaidan kadimul yawma. That is ism.
right? If you see also this one, this abd, this is where the mubtada starts, the khabar starts from, and this is an ism. Okay. So now we're talking about it being the khabar being a fi'l, a jumlatul fi'liya. Okay. Right.
The second sentence also inna khalidan waliduhu karimun.
What is that?
So waliduhu karimun is the khabar, and it's starting with waliduhu. So it is the fail.
Walid is not fi'l. What does walid mean?
Yeah, walid means father. Yeah, right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So again, we're seeing another one here. Inna Khalidan waliduhu karimun. Right? Inna Khalidan, this is where our mubtada ends, and waliduhu is where our khabar begins. Right? Because this is the first word, this is what will determine that it is jumlatul fi'liya or jumlatul ismiya.
So this
Walid,
is Jumlatul Ismiya, right?
yes, because walid is ism, this is jumlatul ismiya, not jumlatul fi'liya.
Okay,
Okay?
fine.
We're saying it can be both. It can be jumlatul ismiya and jumlatul fi'liya.
Okay, yeah.
खबर इन्ना जुमला फ़ेलिया या इस्म भी हो सकता है, can be both. Okay, so let's do a quick recap.
When we use the word nominal, are we referring to ism?
Yes, nominal from noun.
Okay, so it's not given properly. It's just given nominal or verbal sentence.
Okay,
Okay.
nominal means starting with noun. Verbal means starting with a verb.
Okay.
Okay, so we're looking at different rules that come with the khabar of inna.
Okay.
Okay, the first thing we say that the khabar of inna can have a lam al-tawkid attached to it to show a double emphasis, right?
Can be bajumla, shibbu jumla.
Yes, and then we said in the khabar, we're only talking about khabar, we're not talking about its mubtada.
If the khabar starts with the ism, it is khabar is if it is starting with the ism, then it is
Jumlatul ismiya.
jumlatul ismi. If it is starting with the fail, it is jumlatul failure.
Okay, and then we also said that in its khabar you can have shubhu jumla. Okay, that's the three things we've said so far.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Any questions? Any doubts?
No, this, yeah.
Okay. So then
It's
moving
just about
on.
remembering the rules, right?
Sorry?
We have to just keep these rules in mind. Just remember it.
Yeah, you have to memorize them.
Yeah.
Okay. For example, if you say this word in this sentence, Inna Allah wa malaikatahu yusalluna ala nabi. Right? So inna is coming after, it's coming before Allah. So Allah is mansub.
Mansub, yeah.
Right? And then right after that, you have waw atif. Wow, that shows combination. Right? So Allah and malaikatahu. You see there is dhamma'ir al-muttasila attached to al-malaika. Right? So this is jumlatul.
This is jumlatul ismiya.
Ismiya, right? Because malaika is an ism, right?
Yeah.
So you separate these two. This is our mubtada. Whatever comes afterwards is the khabar.
Yeah.
Okay.
And is starting with malaika, so it is jumlatul ismiya.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I got it.
No, this is wrong. In this, waw atif will be used to cater the both of them. So this will be the mubtada. This one.
Yusalluna.
Because, yes, this waw atif will be joining this and this. So
Is
this
Allah
both,
and Malaika.
yes, this both will come as a mubtada, right?
Tada.
So the khabar will start from yusalluna.
Yusalluna. Yusalluna is verb, right?
It is a verb. Okay.
Well, it is jumlatul fi'li.
Yes, exactly. Its khabar is jumlatul fi'liya.
Yeah, its khabar is jumlatul fi'li.
Okay. And then you
Yeah.
have ala nabi. You have a shibhu jumla.
Ala nabi, yeah, shibbu jumla.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right? Makes sense. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So they're just showing you the declension. You can go over this on your own.
Yeah, yeah.
This is the
What we
way that,
discussed.
yeah, this is what we've discussed in English. They're just written it in Arabic. If you want, you can
Yeah.
go over it. Okay. I want to speed up a little bit so that we actually finish everything that we have today. Okay. Okay. Now we're saying that, for example, in this one, inna ma'al usri yusra, right? So we're saying right after inna comes a harf jar. You see?
Jar.
Right after inna. So normally what
Yeah.
happens is right after inna, whatever
It's harf
comes,
jar.
yes, ma'a is a harf jar.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. It's harf jar. Yeah.
Okay. So what we're seeing here is that instead of a verb or a noun coming and it being mansoob, directly after inna, a harf jar is coming.
Yeah, preposition is there.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's clear that this is not a normal case. Normally we have inna, and then after inna you have a fi'l or a ism that is mansoob, right?
Yeah.
But now in this case, right after inna you have a harf jar.
Yeah.
Okay. So in other case, right after inna, its khabar is starting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then it says here, ism inna agar nakira ho. Okay. So in other case, how will we know this is nakira? Because there is no. Do you remember the ways of identifying ma'rifa and nakira?
Yeah. If it is alif lam, it is marifa. If it is not, it is nakira.
Okay, and then there are other ways as well. Do you remember them?
And otherwise, marifa nakira is definite, indefinite, right?
Yes. It is definite and indefinite.
Uh, can you tell one more? I might remember the rest.
Okay, we said if it is a known name of a person or a city or a
It is, yeah.
country, right? We also say that falls under ma'rifa,
Yeah.
right?
If the name is not given, and then it is nakira.
Exactly. If it is a common name, common noun, sorry, for example, boy, girl, then it is nakira.
Or just given a city
No,
or
no,
country.
city is city. If it is a city or if it is a country, then it falls under ma'rifa, right?
Okay.
But if
Yeah.
it is a common noun, for example, I say boy, for example, I say girl, right? So then it is just a common noun, right? In that case, it is not a ma'rifa. Okay. Are you there, brother? Yeah. So because inna does not match any of those criteria. It doesn't have alif lam on before it. It's not a name of some place or somebody, right? So it doesn't match the criteria of being a ma'rifa. So definitely it is a nakira.
Yeah.
Okay. So they're saying here, ism inna agar nakira ho or khabar inna shibhu jumla ho. Okay. Like in this case, inna is nakira, right? And then the khabar is shibhu jumla.
Yeah. It is a proposition.
Okay.
Yeah.
Only in this case. Okay. Only in this case. Okay. This is very important to remember that only in this case, because this is an exceptional case. All right. That first you have a mubtada with only inna in it and nothing to it. Normally you have an inna and then you have something that is made to be manfub because of the inna. But in this case, you don't have that. Okay, in this case, you have a single word that is inna, and right after inna, you have shibhu jumla.
Yeah.
Right? So the shibhu jumla becomes its khabar. Okay.
Yeah.
Only in this case, you're allowed to make the khabar muqaddam and the ism muakhar.
Okay.
Okay. Only in this case.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Now this is a bit tricky. What they mean with this is they don't actually mean replacing this inna here. Okay.
Okay.
Actually, let's leave inna. Let's cancel out inna. Okay. And then let's cancel out ma'a. Okay. We're left with usri yusran. Okay.
Yeah.
We're left with only these two words. Okay. Now, in the meaning of it, this wasn't to be arranged in such a way. All right. In its actual meaning, this was supposed to be arranged in yusran usri. Okay, that's actually how it was supposed to be arranged. Okay, so actually this was supposed to be inna ma'a yusran usri. Okay, that's how actually it was supposed to be arranged, right? But we have an exceptional case because inna doesn't have any mansub after it. It doesn't have any nasab after it. After inna, directly shibhu jumla is coming. Right? Now, because directly after inna, shibhu jumla is coming, the khabar of inna,
Shibhu jumla, right?
sorry,
Ma'al usri yusra is shibhu jumla, right?
why is it shibhu jumla?
Because of the ma, it is the
Because of
it
the
is the
ma.
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
right? But what I'm trying to explain to you is that this wasn't initially a shibhu jumla. This that you're seeing here, ma'al usri yusra, wasn't initially a shibhu jumla. Right? Actually, even that I'm wrong. This was actually inna yusran ma'a usri. That's how it was supposed to be. You see this one here? Write this down. You see this one here, right? This is nasab. It's in nasab state. Okay, so write inna and then write yusran ma'a usri.
Okay, I got it. Because the general rule we are following is after inna, mansub should come. So that is why it should have
Exactly.
been yusran ma'al
Ma'a
usra.
usri. Right? So that's a perfect general rule that we have. Okay. Okay, we're clear up to there, right? We are clear, right? But now we're seeing something else, right?
Yeah.
We are seeing that the yusran, instead of coming right after inna, it is coming after Shabhul Jumla. Okay?
Yeah.
And we say this is possible because inna is nakira. That's the first thing that we knew. That because inna is nakira, then this is allowed. Okay?
Inna
And
is nakira or ba is nakira?
why is inna nakira?
Because there is no alif lam, right?
And
It doesn't specify something.
basically in Arabic and in our deen, this is a very important thing that we need to understand. Sometimes we understand things via their opposites. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So if this doesn't match this, then this is this.
Okay.
Okay? So because inna doesn't match any criteria of being a ma'rifah, therefore it's a nakira.
Okay.
Okay? But maybe in other cases, inna will match some criteria of being a ma'rifah. Therefore, we can't call inna a nakira.
Okay.
But in this case, inna is not matching any criteria of being called a ma'rifah.
Mm-hmm.
There are 5 criteria and it doesn't match any of them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's why it is nakira, right? And right after
Okay.
inna is coming a shibhu jumla,
Yeah. Ma.
right? Ma'a. Okay, so because of that, the khabar of inna is to be transformed and placed at the end. We learned this in I'rabul Mahalli, that you can change words,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Fine.
Now, if you see from a translation perspective as well, this makes sense. But if I write inna yusran ma'al usri, it doesn't make sense.
Doesn't make sense. Okay.
Why? Because the wisdom of the Quran is that with see, if I say inna yusran ma'al usri, it will be indeed good, and then there is, so we're talking in a linear form, right? So we'll say indeed good is with hardship. Indeed
Yeah.
is with hardship, right? So
Yeah.
there is a sort of elongation to it, right? That
Yeah.
first the good will come to you, and then
Mm-hmm.
after a certain while the bad will come to you, right? That's the fault in English, because English is a linear language,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? So we're actually, when we start with 1 and then we jump to 2, 3, 4, there is actually a space of time left between 1 and 2, right? So what we're saying is, surely after this comes, then afterwards this will come,
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah.
right? Okay,
Yeah.
surely after you drink water, then your coffee will come.
Uh-huh.
Okay, that's
So
what it's saying.
surely after hardship there is ease.
Exactly. That means there is a bit of time after. No, it will be
Yeah.
Yusra,
Got
right?
it.
Yusra will
Yeah.
come first.
Yeah.
So surely after you have been given an ease, then afterwards the hardship will come with it,
With it. Yeah.
because it's ma'a. Okay. So this is
Yeah. Yeah.
already problematic. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But the correct way to say it, inna ma'al usri yusra. Indeed, with,
With
you see?
hardship there will be
Exactly.
ease.
You see? So that space of time now is closed. There is no space of time between both of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay?
And it also doesn't make sense. Then it also doesn't make sense because we say why first hardship, then so it's I think in
No,
Allah
no.
Ta'ala's.
Why first is? Because inna, the khabar of inna is yusra. Yusra means ease,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? So you
Yeah.
can't say that first comes ease and then hardship. No.
Then comes. Yeah.
All right? They two come together. That's most of people, we mistranslate this ayah very much. But this ayah is telling us they both come together, right? You often hear people saying, oh, because of hardship, now comes ease. No.
Yeah.
They both come together.
They both come together. Okay.
Okay, and this ayah is so important that Allah has mentioned this twice. Right?
Yeah.
Inna ma'al usri yusra, inna ma'al usri yusra. He mentioned it again.
That's right. Because Yusra should have come because it is it is mansoob.
Right. So just of the understanding now, because we're learning Nahu, we're understanding how the syntax is formed. We learned that ma'a al-usri, this is shibhu jumla. End of story. Ma'a al-usri is shibhu jumla. End of story. Okay? And then the nasab or the subject, the nasab, the, what is nasab called? Accusative case, right? Accusative form of inna is coming at the end. In other words,
this is the exception here. The khabar, the mansoob is coming at the end.
exactly. In other words, the mubtada is muakhar. It's coming at the end.
Yeah, in the end. Okay.
Right? And then the khabar is muqaddam. It's coming before.
Before, yeah.
Right?
Muakhara is muqaddam. Okay.
Okay, we learned these exchangeable things, you remember? But I told you with inna we can't do it.
You can't. Yeah.
Right? But in this case, you can.
You can. Okay.
Okay?
Yeah, I got it. Yeah.
So you have to be very careful. What is the requirement? First, the inna has to be nakira. How? We'll just look if it can be ma'rifah. If it can't be ma'rifah, then of course it's a nakira. Okay, and then the second one, the word right after inna needs to be shibhu jumla.
Jumla, harf jar is coming. Yeah.
Okay.
Then only in that case, the mansoob will come at the akhir.
Exactly. The mubtada will become muakhar.
Muakhar. Mubtada will become muakhar and ism will become
Khabar.
Khabar will be. Yeah, khabar will become muqaddam.
Exactly. Okay.
Yeah.
You understood that? No problem in it?
Yeah, understood.
Are you sure?
Yeah. It is just we have to keep in mind in this, the exception is that first inna, it has to be definite, nakira.
Indefinite.
And after inna, directly after inna, instead of what should have been mansoob, now it is shibbu jumla, it is harf jar. So because of the harf jar, the word that should have been mansoob is now coming at the akhir, and the khabar that is khabar now it is coming at the before, it is coming at the first, it's coming at the muqaddam.
Right. So because of two things. The first thing was inna becoming a nakira. And then the second one is right after inna, you have shibhu jumla.
Jumla, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So this session is ending soon. We'll join again and then we'll finish this akhawatu inna. Okay?
Yeah. I'm joining again. Should I leave and join?
Yeah, I'm just trying to end this.